Hey, Serena.
Hey, Emily.
Do you just love the way I drag out your name every time? Serena.
Uh,
I think I've seen this film before.
yeah, a few times.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
What are you listening to today?
I'm gonna get you back.
I wasn't ready for that one. Okay. That's a good choice. Why?
There's maybe a little narcotics in that song.
A little bit.
There's just something about it that I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah.
That just like, it just gets stuck in my head.
The
And
flow of it's so good.
Yep.
I'm going to say that a lot, I think, in this episode. Like,
Yeah.
the flow.
yeah, I agree.
It's one of those songs.
It is one of those songs, and I'm a fan.
Yeah, I agree. I love that she like smushed all the words together in the title.
Yeah.
Like,
I also love that. And I love the bridge of this song. Pick your poison, babe.
Poison either way.
It's just, I love it.
So good.
What are you listening to?
I've been listening to I Look in People's Windows.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
don't know why.
I love the deranged weirdo of it all.
Yeah.
It's my favorite line in the song.
It's such a precious, I think it's her shortest song, like to date.
Oh, wow. It's shorter than,
Yeah.
say don't, no.
Whatever the shortest one on.
1989. Well,
Yeah, I think it is. I wrote it down because
Wow.
I was going to talk about it. I think it's like 2 minutes, 11 seconds. It's like barely scratches 2 minutes,
wow.
which is so crazy. And if you look at the lyrics, like there is no chorus. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like, I don't know. It's just so interesting.
Interesting.
And I'm like,
It's almost like an interlude.
kind of, yeah, at the very end of the album.
Yeah, true.
But
Weird. Who knows why she makes the choices she makes.
hey, that's okay with me.
Yeah, I like that song a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever realized it was short. Like when I'm listening to it, I don't feel like it's really short.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with what the heck is the song on 1989?
Is it Now That We Don't Talk?
Now That We Don't Talk, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain I'm not firing on all cylinders today.
I'm
so
simply not there either. So no worries.
So good luck listening to
we'll
this
just
episode.
pass around one brain cell the whole time and see how it goes.
Exactly. That song feels short to me. I Look at People's Windows doesn't.
I'd have to, yeah. Even though I haven't listened to it a lot, I'm like, maybe there's just like a lot of, oh no, but it is 2 minutes and 11 seconds. I don't know.
Like if somebody looked at me and said, how long's that song? I would have been like, I don't know, 3 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah.
Like,
It feels long. It just tells such a good story.
it does tell a good story. That's a theme.
That is the theme of today, literally.
Yeah. So
White.
we are here to give you our opinions on the anthology, our thoughts, lyrics we like, just breaking it down. Hopefully this episode won't be an hour and a half long. I don't think it will be.
No, I don't either. I have a little more concise thoughts this time.
I was just going to say, I think because we've had more time to live with it, our thoughts are going to be a little
Yeah.
more concise about it. All right, so we'll start with the Black Dog. Emily, what do you think of the Black Dog?
I wrote, it's offensive how good this song is.
That is true. Coming out the gate swinging, I think this might be my favorite song on the anthology.
What about the whole album? Or just
Not
just
the whole
tracks?
album.
Okay, just the tracks. Anthology tracks.
But it's in top 10 for me, for sure, of the album. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I have to say.
It's really good.
It is really good, and there's just so many like lyrical moments that I'm obsessed with. Like I love it says that was intertwined in the magic fabric of our dreaming, old habits die screaming.
Also the way she sings that part, there's something about it that feels so, I don't know what the feeling is. It's not like a feeling I felt before.
The production behind it really propels that. Like it's like her delivery, the lyrics, the production just are pushing this like an unfamiliar feeling on you. It is that very much.
But it feels familiar at the same time. But
Yeah.
but it doesn't. Like
it's
so
weird. Yeah.
I think Aaron produced most of these. I don't know. Whoever did the instrument in this.
It's really
crazy.
good. Yeah.
The flow, like every line flows into the next one so well.
Yes.
I just love my favorite like standout lines are 6 weeks of breathing clean air. I still miss the smoke. Were you making fun of me with some esoteric joke? Now I want to sell my house and set fire to all my clothes and hire a priest to come and exorcise my demons, even if I die screaming. And I hope you hear it.
And I hope you hear it is
And
like,
I hope you hear it.
ooh, that I had that one written down too.
Yeah.
And another part of the song I love where it says, my longing stands spoken and I may never open up the way I did for you. All those best laid plans you said I needed a brave man, then proceeded to play him until I believed
and then
it too.
proceeded to play him. To play him!
Like, yeah. Crazy. It's...
I also, another thing about the song, I picture, because we know it's like about this bar in England, I guess. I'm picturing Taylor, like, because this is something I would do, watching the location, going to the Black Dog, and then like going on Touch Tunes and like trying to play like that specific song, the starting line song, and just like try to like manufacture this moment of missing her.
Yeah. Wow.
So funny.
I relate to that deeply.
Like,
but
some
yeah,
deranged shit I would
the
do.
checking of the location sent me. I was like, oh wow, she really is just like us.
Yeah.
Like, she really is just like us.
Checks on the little people in her phone.
Like, same.
It's so funny.
I always check on my Sims.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like that kind of wraps that. I really enjoy the song. I think it is one of the best on the record for sure.
Agreed.
All right, on to I'm Gonna Get You Back. One of my favorite lines of this song is when she says, "You'll find that you were never not mine." I just love the way she says it. It's just so good.
Yeah. Sings it really nice. I wrote the intro to that song. Is literally a sped up version of "Love It If We Made It" by the 1975. And every time it comes on, I like, even though I know I'm listening to Taylor, it's like always the first thing in my head.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah. I also feel like this type of song, like this, like the...
Using the turn of phrase, is that what you mean? Like, I'm gonna get you back, like I'm gonna try and get you back, or I'm gonna get you back, like I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen something like this from Taylor. Really.
I don't think we have.
It's like a new concept.
Yeah, she uses turn of phrase a lot, but I don't think it not in this way. It hasn't been done yet. I like it. I like the line, I'll tell you one thing, honey, I can take the upper hand and touch your body, flip the script, leave you like a dumb house party, or I might just love you till the end.
Damn. I know we had a lot of time to digest this, but like we were just talking,
still reeling.
There's so much. I'm like, I know that's a great line, but I'd love to know what it means. Like,
yeah,
all these different things.
Yeah, it's like you could definitely break that one down.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about this one though. I really liked it when I first heard it, but now it's like one of my least favorite tracks, I think.
Really?
For some reason. I don't know why.
I think, I don't know. I think like for me, it's more about like the delivery and the way the song literally sounds. Cause even like even if it's handcuffed, I'm leaving here with you. I just love the way it sounds. Like, yeah, I don't know. I like this one. It's I would say like middle tier for me. And like the songs.
I feel like, you know, a lot of people are comparing the Anthology tracks to like Folklore and Evermore in the way that they're produced and stuff, and I agree, but I think it's a lot more experimental. Like,
I agree.
In the way that she sings these kinds
I
of
agree.
stuff.
I don't really get... I do see a lot of people saying that, but I don't really get those vibes. I mean, I guess I like... The only way I get those vibes in like a sense of like, okay, people are using this as a criticism, but I don't mean it as one, and like they all kind of sound the same. I don't think there's like anything like objectively wrong with that. Like, I don't have an issue with them all sounding similar. And I think Folklore and Evermore are that way as well. They have, like, it's almost like they use the same 5 ingredients and just use them different ways. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So they're, it's like, you know, same girl, different font kind of thing, which I don't have a problem with. I'm not mad at that.
No, I don't have a problem with it either.
But, yeah.
Just interesting. Like, it's not, it doesn't feel like repetitive. It feels new in
I
some
agree.
type of way.
Exactly. All right. Anything else about I'm Gonna Get You Back?
No.
Okay. Moving on to the Albatross.
Slay.
I feel like this song really, 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 really reads like a poem. Like, especially when you like look at the lyrics, like the way it's a lot of really short lines, like the way it's broken up, so it really, really looks like a poem.
Yeah. My first thought I wrote down, wow, I have to sit with these lyrics. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly what you mean too. In the like, this is very poetic.
Yeah, I agree that it's definitely lyrics you have to sit with, and I love like the storytelling in the song is amazing. Like, and I don't think I really like clicked for me, like how good the storytelling was in it until I did sit down and read it.
Yeah, same.
I love the line that says, wise men once said, one bad seed kills the garden, one less temptress, one less dagger to sharpen. Locked me up in towers, but I'd visit in your dreams, and they tried to warn you about me.
It's almost like she's like the folklore here. Like people talking about her being like, oh, you
better watch out. She's going to write all our songs about you.
She's here to destroy you.
Yeah. She's here to love you, leave you, and make money off of you.
Yep.
And this other line, I sat with this for and mulled over it for a while. Evil that you know, raise worse hell than a stranger.
Oh my God.
She's the death you chose, you're in terrible danger. But the evil that you know, raise worse hell than a stranger. Is like, yeah. And then I think as the song continues and it switches, when she says, spread my wings like a parachute, I'm the albatross, I swept in at the rescue. The devil that you know now looks more like an angel.
I love it.
Me too.
It's so...
It's just again, proving that she's not how the media likes to paint her to be. Yeah. And little did you know the person they were warning you about is the one that's going to save you kind of deal.
So clever.
I love it.
She's so smart.
Her
brain is insane.
Okay. Rapper.
Hey, I got bars. Don't ask me to freestyle.
Yeah, no. Overall, we won't be doing that right now.
So good. Good.
What do you think about it? What do you have written down?
Yeah. I just wrote everything she's saying about that you've heard about her is fake. The lines I wrote down that I liked were, wise men once read fake news and they believed it. Jackals raised their hackles. You couldn't conceive it. You were sleeping soundly when they dragged you from your bed, and I tried to warn you about them. I mean, it's so true. When you think about anyone who has tried to spread negative, drag her name in the media, it's she has always come out on top. Yeah. She always got something on you.
That theme comes out later. I think it's in Cassandra.
It comes out a few times, yeah.
In Cassandra, she has a line that directly speaks to that.
And I love that she can always write about these themes, but they're all the songs are always so different.
Right, I feel she could genuinely write 10 songs about one situation,
and we wouldn't even know upon first listen.
Yeah. Yes.
It's crazy.
Okay, Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus?
I'm obsessed with the title.
I think the title is hilarious.
People are calling it Chloe and Friends, Chloe and Co.
Chloe and Co is funny.
But I thought it was hilarious. You know how when Torture Post Department was announced and none of us could remember the name and we just kept calling it whatever. That's exactly how this felt. I could not get the name right for a week.
I'm Chloe and Sam or Sophia and Marcus or I would just always use and or
that Chloe song.
Yeah, that's so funny. What are your thoughts? Tell me.
I really, really like this one. This is one of my favorites. I can't pinpoint why. I think it's just it makes my ears feel nice to listen to it.
Yeah, it does.
I think whatever she's trying to say, she does it so nicely. I don't know. I don't have too many thoughts on it.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of thoughts. I just have lyrics I pulled out. And you saw my bones out with someone new. That's horrible.
That's horrible.
That is just so tragically again she just sometimes she's so cutting and concise in her words.
She's that's how I felt.
Yeah.
So
exactly. It's just
damn.
She's a tortured poet, you know.
Yeah, so true.
And I like the line, if you want to break my cold, cold heart, just say I loved you the way that you were.
Cutting. It's cutting. I think that's why I love it so much. Every line is so cutting.
Yeah, and you said some things I can't unabsorb.
Deep.
What? It almost leaves you speechless. That's why I feel we don't have much to say, because it's just what is there to say? She said it.
Period. That's exactly it. I wrote down the line. I changed into goddesses, villains, and fools, changed plans and lovers, and outfits and rules, all to outrun my desertion of you, and you just watched it.
Please. And then the lines, also, I crashed into you like so many wrecks do, too unimpaired by my youth to know what to do. Okay, cool.
Why do you think she named the song Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus?
My only thought, and I'm not sure if like this is like exactly it, but I wonder if whoever she's talking about in this song has different personalities based on who they're around.
Ooh.
So she's giving each
I like that.
Each character a name.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, who are you going to be today? Are you going to be, depending on who we're around, who are you going to be? And the last lyric line I need to point out here, because I love this. This is right at the very end. It said, "Could it be enough to just float in your orbit? Can we watch our phantoms like watching wild horses? Cooler in theory, but not if you force it to be."
I'm shook.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely shook.
Yeah, so that is my only thought about the title. I don't know for sure, but
no, it's I feel like it's a tough one to kind of decipher.
This song is kind of hard to parse, I think, to like really get a clearer meaning of it.
It is. I felt like when I heard it, the title, I'm like, okay, this feels like she was the irreplaceable one who will be around forever, but now this person is just going out with Chloe.
Anyone.
Like they're just literally just
yeah.
Like,
any and everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Either way, girl, this one's crazy.
It is crazy. Okay, how did it end?
Another crazy one.
I love this song.
Oh my god, the run, like honestly, the first like
the bridge on the song goes crazy. Yeah, no, I
wrote yes piano.
Yeah,
because
the piano is
hearing
beautiful.
it for the first time was like,
I
would
love to hear this live. Love to hear this live.
I would love a full production of it. I don't want her just at the piano. Like, I want to see the visuals.
I want her to tour this record alone.
I know, that would be really nice.
And I just know that that's probably not going to happen. Like, it's definitely unrealistic. But
like, to sing all 31 songs.
Please.
Would be beautiful.
I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Friend, we know you can do it.
We clearly.
We know you can. And it doesn't, I don't even need, like, high production. Just stand on stage and sing. I don't care. Mm. Or, like, give me high production for the first half, and the second half you can just stand and sing.
Mm.
Like, come on, please.
I don't know. I do feel like a lot of these songs on the anthology would benefit from, like, really great dancing and the visuals and just, like, full band moment as much as they would be beautiful, like, intimately. I don't know. I wrote, like, this song. I don't even really feel like she gives, like, many descriptions, but I feel like it's the most descriptive song. Like, I feel it.
I feel like it's so relatable. Mm-hmm. It's so relatable to have people talking about your life that shouldn't be. It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, people are nosy innately, and they are, like, everyone has had a situation where other people were talking about it, and you don't even really know much about it. Mm-hmm. I feel like this song is extremely relatable. Whether it's about a relationship that people are asking about, how did it end, or anything. It can be literally anything. It could be why you changed jobs. It could be why you and a friend aren't talking anymore. It could be why you put whatever. It's just like, I feel like it's just such a relatable experience.
Yeah.
To be being talked about and gossip. Like, oh, like your life is entertainment for somebody else.
And she made it feel like this, like, death marchy song.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally at a funeral.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm falling apart and dying, but, like, everyone's so curious and, like, nobody cares about my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how she also kind of tells us how it ended in the song.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, everyone's so curious and everyone wants to dissect me and pull me apart, but, like, oh, by the way, like, this is how it ended. Just so you know.
Yep.
Literally so cool. Oh, I can't. This is.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the most beautiful song on the album, but y'all aren't ready for that conversation.
Period.
I do think it's so beautiful. And you mentioned, was it the bridge, the outro, the say it once again with feeling, how the death rattled breathing, silenced as the soul was leaving, the deflation of our dreaming, leaving me bereft and reeling, my beloved ghost in me, sitting in a tree.
DYING.
I put, quick question, what the fuck? I don't
Speechless.
know. I can't.
The DYING, speechless.
That was crazy.
Speechless. No words. I have not a thought to even give, because
absurdity.
Who even thinks to do that? Who does? Who? No one other than her.
Her mom. Like, I feel like people go their whole lives trying to write songs like this. Songs like
but
these.
you can't teach this.
You can't.
This is not something you teach.
That comes from a twisted mind.
That comes from the asylum she was raised in.
Yeah.
That I have nothing else.
No. I do love, like, I know there's been a lot of talk about the Anthology being like a separate album. I feel like the general consensus is that it's not. But if this was a separate album, like, this would be the track 5 of it. Mm-hmm. And I think that is just perfectly. I think she put it in that spot for a reason. And
yeah. Because she knew people would
it deserves
do
to
that.
Be there. Mm-hmm.
Other lines I like are, my ladies were such, we could not cure them, and so a touch that was my birthright became foreign.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel. Like.
Yeah, exactly. And the empathetic hunger descends, we'll tell no one except all of our friends.
Oh my gosh. That's so real. We'll tell no one except all of our friends. That is real. I'm like, I'll tell nobody. Me to my friends 5 minutes later.
Yeah. We'll tell no one except all of our friends. And I also love we learn the right steps to different dances.
Yeah. That's really telling.
And that's also so sad if you really think about it, because it's like you were both putting in the effort to learn the steps.
You both did everything right.
And you did it right. It just wasn't lined up. It wasn't in line. It didn't work together. It's tragic. It really is. It is a tragedy. This album is a tragedy. In a good way. Mm-hmm. And then this switch up from How Did It End to So High School is crazy.
I'm kind of obsessed.
It is maybe the biggest whiplash of the entire record. I'm not kidding.
But I love that she put So High School after I love it.
Yeah, like Sitting in a Tree, DYING, to Are You Gonna Marry, Kiss, or Kill Me?
I'm betting on all 3.
For us too.
Like, yeah.
This is mental illness, everyone.
Anyway.
This is mental illness, and I love it.
And it's like the fact that she could have very well written these the same day too. Like,
yes, and that is called. Never mind.
Talent.
I'm not going to give it a diagnosis.
Talent.
It's crazy.
It's true talent. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I love it. It is so, because it just goes to show that, like, how much things can change in a short period of time.
Yeah. That's so true.
So this song is, I like So High School. I really do. I've heard some people, like, criticize the lyric, like, the writing. I mean, is it her most in-depth work of all time? No, but neither is freaking Shake It Off, but y'all still gag over that. I mean, I guess some people don't, but whatever.
Yeah. No, I wrote, like, I know it's not overly complicated like a lot of the other ones with metaphors and stuff, but it's still so well written.
And it's clever.
It's straight to the point. You know exactly what she's talking about.
Like, come on. I'll drink what you think, and I'm high from smoking your jokes all damn night.
Yeah.
Come on.
I wrote that down too. That is my favorite line. That's crazy.
Like,
I'm high from smoking your jokes all damn night.
Yeah. Hilarious. Love.
It's so fun.
It's so fun, and, like, I don't know. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also wrote, Are You Gonna Marry, Kiss, or Kill Me? It's just a game, but really, I'm betting on all 3 for us too.
I feel like that's also kind of a devastating line.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just a game, but really, I'm betting on us. Like,
yeah, like, I'm literally betting on all 3.
Yeah.
You're literally gonna do all 3 to me, because that's just how it happens. I get in these relationships and then they kill me. Yep. Sitting in a tree, DYING.
Yeah, crazy. I also loved the part of the song where she says, I feel like laughing in the middle of practice. Do that impression of your dad again. I'm hearing voices like a madman. And like, a lot of the song, she's, like, using metaphor or whatever, and I feel like that's a moment where, like, she almost, like, pulls out of it. Like, is she in Eras Tour practice, like, getting ready to bust out laughing at an impression of
she's,
Ed
like,
Kelsey?
in her head.
Like, please, goodbye. That's so funny to me. Like, I love that. It almost felt like a moment of, like, fourth wall break to me.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I love that. I feel like this song is, like, exactly kind of the kind of music I want to hear from Taylor. As much as I love the complicated, like, poetry, I just think this is so grown up, fearless.
Yes.
Like, the storytelling.
Yes.
But the, like,
I love it.
Not just because it's called So High School, and, you know, Fearless is a very high school album, but it just feels so, like,
yeah,
this would be a beautiful country song.
It would be a beautiful country song. Yeah, agreed. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Sure am.
All right. I hate it here.
Me too, girl.
I say that literally all the time. It's one of my taglines of life is I hate it here.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that there was a song called I Hate It Here, I was screaming.
Like, so relatable. She just gets it.
Yes, love it.
I don't love this song though. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not high on the list for me. I have 2 standout lyrics to me. I put I hate it here, so I will go to lunar valleys in my mind where they found a better planet, only the gentle survived. And I also like I'm lonely but I'm good, I'm bitter but I swear I'm fine. I'll save my romances for my inner life and I'll get lost on purpose.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
And I also like her delivery of that.
So pretty
on the song. But yeah, this one's not like a standout for me.
I don't know why. It's
maybe because for us, neither of us can go anywhere in our mind because we see black.
Oh my God, that's so real.
So it's not relatable.
We are 2 very unfortunate souls.
Yes.
Can't escape our life. I wrote, she talks about aliens and like other planets a lot. And this album, I feel like
she does.
She's never done that before.
Never.
Or the part where you said I hate it here, so I'll go to lunar valleys in my mind when they found a better planet, when the gentle survived. I was like, girl, again?
Yeah.
She's down bad.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
Out of this world. All right, moving right along. Unless you have any other thoughts.
No, that's it.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. I don't know about this one either.
My first reaction was shock.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over the internet discourse over this song though.
Like talking about what it could be about.
Yeah. Because I really just don't believe it's about one thing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where I'm having a hard time with it. I don't know.
I wrote down, I literally don't care who it is or isn't about.
I agree too.
I simply don't care.
I don't care.
At this point, I don't. My first reaction was, yo, oh my God, savage, what?
Yeah, my first reaction was like, Kim, like, that's crazy. But I don't know. Like,
and I don't care. Like, my first listen to it, when it came out, I was like listening to it like she was writing about the Kim Ye thing. And that's fine. And I feel like people are trying to be like, well, you shouldn't. That's not even what it's about. Like, I'm like,
yeah, who really cares? I don't know.
She capitalized Kim in it, so I'm going to listen to it like it's about Kim.
Okay, and this is the thing is like she capitalized Kim in the title, so she knew that's where everybody's mind was going to go. And then, yeah, the discourse is like, well, yeah, that's exactly what she's saying. She would never make it that obvious. Like, she literally says that in the song. I'm like, and maybe it's not about Kim, but she just was like, let me capitalize Kim to throw some heat her way. Haha.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? But I mean, I do feel like some lines in the song don't really make sense for Kim, but then we talk about a spray tan bronze statue.
Yeah.
That's Kim if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, again, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, some lyrics that, how do you feel about this song?
I put it's a skip.
It's a skip for me too. And I feel like a lot of people like it.
That's fine.
It's not really, it doesn't
I don't know, but again, it's not because I don't like the songwriting or I don't like that it's like a clever way. It just
doesn't really do it for me.
The production isn't there the way it is with other songs.
I do have a few lines that I like though. At the last all that time you were throwing punches, I was building something and I couldn't wait to show you it was real.
Oh, I think that's my favorite.
That's my favorite like of the times where she says, all the time you were throwing punches, I was building something. Like, she uses that line a few times through. I couldn't wait to show you it was real is my favorite way she uses it.
She's plotting behind the scenes.
I think it's funny that Andrea made an appearance.
Yeah.
She is a saintly woman. And I also I wrote 1,000 songs that you find uncool. I built a legacy that you can't undo. But when I count the scars, there's a moment of truth that it wouldn't be this if there hadn't been you. And I like that.
I like that too.
A lesson in the difficulties.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like I can see why this might be about a lot of situations. Like, she's had quote unquote beef. And
counting the scars. So to me, the scars are potentially from multiple people.
Yeah.
And multiple scars to be had.
Right. Exactly. So it's kind of just like looking back on all of that and being like, well, I built this legacy that you can't undo.
Yeah.
So try and throw punches.
Agreed. Yep. Okay. I feel like we can move on from the song. There's not really much to say.
Yes.
All right. Down to Emily's song.
I look in people's windows.
Here we go. What were your thoughts? What have you written down here?
I just put, I really, really like this one, but it's way too short. Coming in at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. That's really it. I mean, my favorite line is, I look in people's windows transfixed by rose golden glows. They have their friends over to drink nice wine.
Yeah. Love. Some of the lines I wrote down was, a feather taken by the wind blowing, I'm afflicted by the not knowing. Yeah. I also have the, does it feel all right to not know me? I'm addicted to the if only. Yeah.
Zingers. I love
tough in these streets.
Yeah. People started pointing out that this was like a poetic way of saying that she stalks her exes on social media.
Yeah, same girl.
And I love that analogy.
Me too.
I love that. And that's why I love the line, transfixed by rose golden glows, because it like...
Almost by the filters of it all.
Yeah. Or like social media is very much a highlight reel. You're only posting the best part. Like when you have your friends over and you're like having this lively, like fun life. And it's like...
You got your rose-colored glasses
on.
Yep.
So like looking at people's lives thinking like, oh my God, they're all doing so well without me. But like...
But yeah. But it's just... Yeah, exactly. And I just like... I look in people's windows like I'm some deranged weirdo. I just love that line. I love it.
Tag yourself. I'm the deranged weirdo.
Yeah.
We're all, if you're a deranged weirdo, I'm a deranged weirdo.
Yes, Taylor. Period. Okay. The Prophecy. This song really wrecks my soul.
I can't listen to
it. Actually
it hurts.
Makes me feel physically sick and
No.
I don't want to face this song in my life.
No, it's tough. It's really hard. It's really hard to think about. I just feel like the desperation is so real. Like this is just like, I've kind of hit that point where I'm like, I simply have nothing to do but scream at the sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I don't want money. I just want someone who wants my... I don't want money, just someone who wants my company.
Let it once be me.
I just...
I wonder if that's her being like, I just wish I wasn't famous, really, because I think that's what like messed up my life.
Yeah. I do feel as though that is the overarching theme here. I also, the line, slow as the quicksand. I don't know if I'm smart enough to really grasp that, but it's stuck there.
It's stuck. Yeah, the way she like multiple times changes the lyrics, like a greater woman wouldn't beg, a greater woman stays cool, a greater woman has faith, but she's like, I'm howling at the moon, I'm begging for this, like I am not the greater person here.
Yeah,
I'm just not.
And even statues crumble if they're made to wait. I'm so afraid. I sealed my fate. No sign of soulmates.
I could cry.
I could cry too.
It's hard.
Oh God, this is a tough one.
It's a very difficult song.
This is the song that's really been sending me spiraling. I'm not kidding.
Me too. It's not even like, I try not to even relate it to like a partner or that kind, like wanting that for yourself. It's like literally anything. It's like becoming this age. I feel like in your late 20s is when you start to like, you kind of are who you are and there's really no changing it.
Yep.
In a way. And it's almost this like desperation of like, I have always wanted this thing, like, you know, wanting maybe a different career or like looking at things and being like, there is simply I have sealed my fate.
Yes.
In who I am.
Agreed. Which like isn't true.
Right.
But you can feel that way.
Oh my God, but it feels that way. It's really, It's like, well, she's so young. She has so much life. But it's like,
I love that thought. You feel set in your ways.
You feel set in your ways.
And you feel like, oh, what if could I go back to 18? How would I do things differently? Again, that like the thought of like, how can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? It's like the same thing, just older.
I feel like it's just a constant cycle of feeling like that, which is not very promising at all, but
whatever.
That's what we have to look forward to.
Okay. Yeah, great. All right, on to the next. Cassandra. I like this one. It's not like a top for me, but I like it.
I do too.
I love the line when it's burn the bitch, they're shrieking. When the truth comes out, it's quiet. Now, I feel like personally, this song sounds more like it's about Kim and Kanye than the other one.
Yeah. I completely agree with that.
I also love the blood's thick, but nothing like a payroll, but they never spared a prayer for my soul.
Because of like the whole Kanye and the church thing. And he was like this like Christian man. Yeah. No, that's insane.
Sunday service.
That's insane. No, it's actually insane. My first reaction to it though was what? Like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, who the fuck is Cassandra? What?
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but it's another one that needed some research and some like digging.
Yeah, the burn the bitch is forever etched in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yep.
It reminds me of like Mad Woman a little bit, like just.
Oh yeah, I like that. I wrote down Cassandra. She was in Greek mythology. So, okay, the god Apollo was like obsessed with her, and he granted her the power of prophecy. But when she rejected him, he sabotaged that power with a curse that no one would ever believe her predictions. So even though she could like see the future, essentially, he said, "No one's ever gonna believe you." And that is exactly the Kim Ye situation.
Damn.
Like to a T.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's again, so like smart.
Putting that after the prophecy. Yeah.
Yeah.
She knew the whole time.
And the haters will say, me being the haters, that she doesn't pay any attention to the track list. Proven wrong.
Yeah, she definitely did in this one.
I feel like actually this whole album she did a good job with the track list, which normally I'm like, girl,
sometimes
what?
It's confusing. Yeah.
What were you doing here with this track list? But anyway, moving on. Peter, I love this one.
Peter. I love the name drops.
There's so many names in this
I know.
So many names.
God. Yeah, Peter. I wrote the piano, the flow. I'm hooked.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
I've just like in the past week really been like hyper fixating on this one. I actually probably should have said this for my song of the week, but there's so many lines I love. The goddess of timing once found us beguiling. She said she was trying. Peter, was she lying? Crazy.
Ouch. I still haven't really had a chance to sit down and unpack every metaphor in here.
There's
it's
so
something
much.
I would like to do.
There's so much.
Because it's one of those songs like I appreciate it for how it is now, but I need to know more.
Yeah. I just love there's so many lines I love. Like I just am obsessed.
Yeah, read them.
Words from the mouths of babes, promised oceans deep but never to keep. Yeah, okay. I love literally the entirety of the second verse. Are you still a mind reader, a natural scene stealer? I've heard great things, Peter, but life was always easier on you than it was on me, and sometimes it gets me when crossing your jet stream. We both did the best we could. Do underneath the same moon in different galaxies. I just it's so good. And then because love's never lost when perspective is earned. 10 out of 10. And then just the end of the song is so gut-wrenching to me. Forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried to hold on to the day when you were mine, but the woman who sits by the window has turned out the light.
She stopped.
And I also kind of like the point back to like I look in people's windows. I know it's like not the same exact situation, but like I kind of like the imagery of it, like potentially be
like, kept waiting to see him.
Yeah, and she isn't anymore.
Just doesn't. Someone on TikTok made a video like talking about the story of Peter Pan and Wendy and how like Wendy left to grow up, but then Wendy went on to grow up and like have a kid and then tell her daughter about Peter Pan, and then her daughter went and found Peter Pan, and then Peter Pan like made all these the same promises to her daughter, and this happened again, like that daughter then had a daughter, told him about Peter Pan, like it was like the same story over and over again. And I feel like she kind of goes through that in the verses, like she's like, I've heard great things, Peter, like it could have been, it's just like these generations and generations of people just like hearing the same promises from this one person and then like
damn,
never really learning their lesson.
But then is she the one that learns the lesson because she turned out the light?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess she would be like Wendy's granddaughter. Wow. Where it ended. She's like, yeah, this is
how did it end?
Yeah.
Ugh, I love it. Such a good song.
I wrote she sings the part you said you were gonna grow up 7 times in the outro, which is crazy. It's a lot of times.
It's a lot of times. and then you were gonna come find me. Yeah, I like this one. This one is a top in the anthology for me. I don't know if it's like if it breaks into like top 16, but it's good. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, on to the Bolter. I like this one.
This is one of my faves.
Yeah, I think it's a really good one.
If the Black Dog wasn't so good, I think this would be my favorite bonus track. It's really hard.
Yeah, of the like 4.
Yeah,
it's definitely, I agree, my second.
Really tough.
Okay. What are your thoughts? Tell me.
I kind of said this earlier, but I'm like, her ability to write about the same topics but make them so different is just amazing. Like, to just kind of, again, go back, like, she's comparing her past relationships to falling through ice and almost dying when she was younger. It's just like the same things over and over again in her life. It's like, that's kind of like almost the prophecy.
Yeah.
You know?
I love the line in the beginning. It says, a curious child ever reviled by everyone except her own father, which I feel like the way she says this almost sounds like a bad thing, but the word reviled actually means judged by, so it's saying that she was judged by everyone except her dad.
That's good. I'm glad you know that word because I don't.
Yeah. And I feel like the way she delivers it kind of makes it sound like it's a negative thing towards the dad, like by her own father sounds negative, but it's not. It's actually a positive thing about him. Quite a bewitching face, splendidly selfish, charmingly helpless, excellent fun till you get to know her, and then she runs like it's a race.
She's out of here.
Yeah. And I just love the line, and when she but when she was leaving, it felt like breathing. Yeah. I got another line that I love. He was a cad, wanted her bad. Just like any good trophy hunter, she likes the way it tastes, tamed a bear, making him care.
It's a good one.
Love it. Yeah, that's all I really have to say.
That's all I got.
Just her own words. All right, on to the worst song. I mean, we need to just speak the truth here.
Oh my god.
I just don't get it.
R.I.P. Robin.
I have literally one line I've written down, and it is, you have no room in your dreams for regrets. It's the only thing I could pull out of this song to talk about, and I still don't really I'm not that confident in that.
Me too.
I feel like this is the general consensus of this song. It is the general.
I literally wrote, I know this one is the most disliked, but I just can't bring myself to really like it or care.
I don't get it. There's so much about it I don't really like.
I feel like she's kind of, it's like she's talking to a child almost, and she's like referencing their like imagination and like childhood innocence.
Yeah.
It's just,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel really bad, but I don't like it.
Yeah, and it's like I can't like pinpoint like what I think is like bad about it per se. I just can't find anything good.
It's not. It doesn't hook you in like literally the rest of the songs do. Every other song on this album is like, it does something. This doesn't do anything for me.
I agree.
I really feel bad about it. But I did write down that you have no room in your dreams for regrets. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Like, I feel like maybe she's looking back on, like, okay, let's take the track list into consideration and just look at everything else she said. She's poured out her whole life and like being an adult and feeling like she stood her fate and like having all these like crises towards this part of her life, and then kind of just looking back, looking at a child and just being like, you can be anything you want. You're a tiger. Like, you're, you have no room for regret. Like, you don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Which, like, is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful.
But I don't know. It's just not. I think vocals are slaying.
Yeah.
I think that's my positive take.
Yeah, the vocals are slaying. Good. There's like these little like in the back of it that like reminds me of Innocent a lot.
Yeah.
Which is also, I feel like, a song that she's trying to equate to like childhood. You know?
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
If you like it, good.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this, I think it's interesting that the manuscript is last on the anthology, but it was the first announced.
Oh my god, so true. Yeah.
And was the Black Dog the last announced? Yeah. It was.
Oh,
and that's the first.
I never put that together.
Wow.
Should we be listening to it like backwards?
Backwards?
Wait. I wish there was an option on Spotify, like play backwards.
Yeah, we'll just make a playlist in reverse.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait. Interesting. I'm gonna spiral now about that.
Well, an Easter egg you heard here first.
Yeah. So, cite your sources.
Yeah. When you make TikToks about it, cite your source.
But it's interesting because I wrote that. I think this is like the absolute best closing track of all time.
I love this song.
It just closes the album so well, and I think maybe that's why it was the first bonus track, because
it would close. Yeah, makes sense. I love the line, and I know this isn't like the most complex line in the song, but I love how when she says afterwards she only ate kid cereal and couldn't sleep unless it was in her mother's bed. Aww. And I just know that she was definitely sleeping in Andrea's bed. Like, that is so Taylor and Andrea. That is so their relationship. I just know it.
Yeah, like she was
down bad.
Really going through it. Yeah, she was down bad.
I also like the line he thought about how he said, since she was so wise beyond her years, everything had been above board. She wasn't sure.
Like, I don't care that you're 19. You're so smart.
You're so wise.
You're so wise for your age.
And I also like the line, looking backwards might be the only way to move forward.
I wrote down that's my favorite line too. I feel like that sums up the whole song too. If you had to pick like one line that like really sums it up.
And also like, and now and then I reread the manuscript, but the story isn't mine anymore. And I wonder if that's almost like her letting it go. Like, since she's like put it out in the world, these songs all mean something to us, and they're not about just her life anymore. Like, we all relate it to our own lives, and that it's not just hers anymore. That it's like each person that listens to that song has their person that they think of when they listen to it.
And she's probably heard that throughout her whole career. Like, oh, All Too Well helped me with my breakup. Like this song. And like, I'm sure hearing that as someone who's writing these like gut-wrenching songs is kind of comforting.
And it's also, I feel like I find comfort in the fact that these emotions are like almost like a universal thing. Like, so many people can relate to the way that it feels to go through these hard things. And it's like, we really are just all like experiencing the same feelings in different ways. And I don't know, that's kind of cool.
It is really
cool. It's just like human and like,
yeah. I feel like this song is also her way of kind of accepting the fact that even though she has told us for years not to speculate who songs are about and like not to dig into her personal life, like we have done it, we're going to do it, everyone's going to do it, and this is kind of her way of accepting it and being like, yeah, here, I've laid everything out on the table, and here it's yours and it's mine book. And it's
ours, yours, mine, and ours. And I also just, this is something I will say and have said about her forever, like, there is no one better than putting like feelings that you have in your head into words. And she just
like feelings you didn't even know you had.
And she just like so eloquently can articulate it, and she's just an excellent communicator is what it comes down to. Is she has this like high intelligent level of communicating that is like no other.
Does. Yeah. It's just so special
crazy.
To listen to these
it
songs.
Almost feels supernatural sometimes. Like it's like a gift that she was given.
Yeah. I feel like she like acknowledges that, but also in like the first half of the album I feel like she's being like,
I don't want this gift anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like even like, you think this about me, but I'm like, it's actually mental illness. Like it's like legitimate. Like this isn't a gift. This is I feel too much. You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. Like, exactly.
Well, we managed to not talk for an hour and a half. So
I love that for us.
We did so good. All right.
Great tracks though.
Great tracks.
Glad
great
we got
vibes.
To discuss them.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
And next time we'll dig deeper on one of them.
Yeah. Let us know which one. I'm gonna put something up on Instagram.
Okay. For
people to tell us what song they want us to break down lyrically, because that will be the next episode.
Yeah.
And then we have a guest after that. I'm excited.
Hey.
So that's really it. That's all she wrote.
Amen.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.